Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here on this beautiful day where we've had some beautiful weather and then the clouds and beautiful weather. Typically, George, if you don't like the weather, give it 15 minutes and we'll change it for you. But we are glad that you are here with us today. I'm going to let David introduce the folks in a minute, but I do want to welcome you. I'm Clay Gunner, pastor here, and excited to have this opportunity for some wonderful music and storytelling and then a time of fellowship afterwards down in the fellowship hall. Just one quick thing of housekeeping. If you need to use the restroom during the performance, there are a couple of options for you. One, you can slide right up here. You can go right behind them and into the pastor's study. There's a restroom there. If you don't want to be on camera, you can go up that way to the restroom. And if you really don't want to do that, take your time and go down the steps right outside. That'll take you right underneath us here. You can take a broom and pretend you're the ghost of the church, hitting underneath there as you go. And there are restrooms there that will lead to the fellowship hall. For our reception, you can either go that way if you like the steps, or if you're like me and you just like a nice, gentle slope, you can go out this way and down. But we look forward to having folks stay and spend some time in fellowship with each other. David is in charge of all of our shows here, or most of them, so I'm going to let him introduce our duo that we've been looking forward to. I found them on Facebook. I've already listened to some of their music and enjoyed it greatly. And hopefully this is streaming online for a number of our folks who aren't getting out right now. And so we will have that. We'll also post it to our YouTube page, or Sydney will later, so you can enjoy that for us. But David, do you want to introduce our guest?
Thank you. Well, thank you for being here. And we try to do something about every 3 months or so and get people together who wouldn't be together otherwise. Because in the Fed, if you don't go to the same church, you don't see them in Food City or Walmart, you will not see your friends for months. So this is a chance to mix a group, which that's what we usually mix. And then right afterward, I used to go out the door and down the steps to the fellowship hall, and we would have some cookies and punch. And you can catch up on the gossip that way. Thank you for being here. Our guests this afternoon are Kristen and Aiden, and they form a group called Friction Farm, and they do a lot of their own music, so I'll let them take over and you can follow the story. And you may want to talk about some of it later, because some of it's quite thought-provoking. Welcome.
Just for clarity's sake, I'm Christine Evans Aiden. Yeah, you probably figured that out, right?
I think you got it.
And I just told Aiden, let's not talk, let's just go right into the singing, and now we're going to talk, sorry. But as you said, Friction Farm, I realized that the last show we played, somebody said that we never explained that name, and it's an odd couple of words together, Friction Farm. And you might think that at home we grow sandpaper or something, but we do not. We, like all y'all, I suppose, have friction in our lives. And something that there are things out in the world that rub up against us and make us feel uncomfortable. And one of the ways that we deal with that is through music. And a while back, we made this conscious decision to not write sad, grumpy songs and complain about friction in our lives, but rather try to use the music to grow and make things and ourselves a little better, hence friction. So we're going to start with a song about something that causes us friction, and that is fear. And there are some days when the world just seems scary, like it's out to get me, like the deck is stacked against me and I'm going to fail. Like I would come here and of course it would rain and we would get lost and I would forget all this. So every bad thing that could go wrong. It's my view of the world. And on my best days, I find that I just power through it, and everything works out. And the world in my head is scarier than the action. Would you like to sing it?
Sure. It's a great room for singing. We found that out this morning.
So we opted not to use any amplification. So the chorus of this is really easy if you're a singer, or whether you're not. It's okay. We don't judge. Scarecrows, scarecrows everywhere. build in this. And that comes up all the time. This morning I remembered I could fly, strong black wings against clear blue sky. Got tired and I looked down from the air. Scarecrows everywhere. Yeah. Scarecrows, scarecrows everywhere. Order can't get no rest. Scarecrows, scarecrows everywhere. How's a poor bird to build a nest? I was never one to push my luck. Stay within the boundaries of the old mill that was struck. I knew the consequences if I dared. Scarecrows everywhere. Scarecrows, scarecrows everywhere. Poor bird can't get no rest. Scarecrows, scarecrows everywhere. How's a poor bird to build a nest? Over the next hillside, can't you drown? You don't carry me forward, but there's no turning back. Plastic fields of sunflowers down there. Scarecrows everywhere. Scarecrows, scarecrows everywhere. Poor bird can't get no rest. Scarecrows, scarecrows everywhere. How's a poor bird to build a nest? Too tired for flight, too weak to fight. It's been a beautiful ride, good night. On my last descent, I extend my call. Hey, they're just old bones filled with straw. Scarecrows, scarecrows everywhere. Poor bird can't get no rest. Scarecrows, scarecrows everywhere. How's a poor bird to build a nest? How's a poor bird to build a nest? How's a poor bird to build a nest? I have found that one of the best ways to know that I will be able to face the fears is to kind of plan in advance and to, I don't know, live by your creed or your values when things are good and reinforce those habits and those beliefs. And we've been reading a lot in the news about the situation in Ukraine and in Gaza. And no matter who's at fault or where it is, it's really always people on the ground who suffer, people who didn't sign up for this. And I can't even imagine how to live through it. I just can't. And we've talked about this often. How would we cope in that sort of situation when it's an endeavor to get food and water and just stay alive. And who would we be, how desperate and selfish do we become in those moments? And I think it's good to have a plan, and I also think that hopefully I'll never be in that moment. There's those little similar moments where you or somebody you know is hungry, or you or someone you know is thirsty. How do we react in those situations? Trains us for the future. Darkest hour, you hang your head. Shoes on tongues cower, forgiveness. I don't know if it will save my soul. Sunday morning saying, you already had people preaching at you today, and you don't need us to do that. I feel like I was giving you lessons in those first couple songs, so we can just do fun stuff too.
We travel a lot. We travel a lot all around this country, other countries, and we like to see the natural wonders. We like to see the human-made wonders. We like to see the interesting nuances of places where we go. Fantastic stuff.
Art, culture, and nature.
Indoor art, outdoor art, and then outdoor art. You know what I'm talking about. The stuff that makes you wonder.
About the creators who said art.
You find these places wherever we go. We were in northern Michigan, and we came across a place called Fantasyland or Fantastic Land, and some guy had a lot of leftover metal things and made Futureland.
Futureland, it was in Wisconsin.
Futurama.
Futurama in Wisconsin, just a collection of junk. And made it into beautiful art. On the other side, we've also seen homes made out of empty beer cans. Lights working.
Now, at least in that, you know, the impetus to the project, the inspiration. But these places are not always in the nice
Finest.
but that's all right. They call me Side Trips Quinn. It's a name I've earned for all the times that I have turned from the main drag onto a tangential road. The interstate system's fast and efficient. Most folks A to B is sufficient, but I prefer a more circular slope.
What places we've been, the things we've seen, the good, the bad, the in between. Most times it works out pretty well. We are perpetually late. Curiosity seals our fate. But all the stories we can tell. Our red pavement is unlined. My feet smack dab in the middle of supply. But please keep this in mind. We wind up rewatching sketchy from time to time. We took a wrong left turn and then another, so determined to discover chemical creations by a strange French man. The neighborhood was looking mighty grim. We took one more left, but the odds were slim saying 2 wrongs don't make a right. 3 lefts came.
Well, the neighborhood was past its prime, just exaggerating its decline. Then, brilliant, fascinating. He made a wind-up doll that took a drink, and it turned and gave Christine a wink. It was amazing work he'd spent his life creating. True story. Our wet pavement is unlined. My feet smack dab in the middle of supply. But please keep this in mind. We wind up rewatching sketchy half the time. There's once in a world, miniature Graceland, art car, so but man, a beer can house made of empty beer cans.
These guys have too much time on their hands.
Tiny garden gnome and a tiny guitar.
The toenails of Elvis on display in a jar.
Taxidermy dog is a tap in a bar. Some folks take it just a little too far.
Fruity cakes made from recycled tires.
It's church.
It's voluntary.
Beer Street trails.
All stood up at line.
Some of that stuff will really blow your mind. The TV motel and the talk mausoleum.
Yards full of yard art ad nauseum.
Teapot-shaped teapot museum. If you never leave the highway, you're never gonna see it. Out where the pavement is unlined.
song, and afterwards, someone raised their hand. Why'd you drive on the pavement and why are there lines on it? You know, that's the road, everyone drives, and there was a whole giggle in the audience. So in England, the pavement is the sidewalk. And so they were wondering why it was we drove on the sidewalk and thinking it might explain a lot about American drivers. There's something new. So when we are not on the road, particularly when we travel lots and lots, it was always nice to have this real respite at home. We chose a place in the middle of nowhere, and where there weren't many people, and we were greatly outnumbered by the critters. We had wild turkey and all kinds of woodpeckers. We had turtles and deers, coyote, and bear. And I had never lived anywhere where there were bears before. But we met first one bear, his name is Walter.
His real name is Howard. It's a longer story.
And he found a mate, and they have, over the years that we've known them, have 3 cubs now for a couple of years. And it was a little terrifying the first time we saw them, but it made us very, very happy to know that we protected enough space so that they had a place to be, not really have to get around with people as we had a budget like that. Oh, I love her. to get the idea that we're nature lovers. I mean, we are, to a point. But I don't know if I believe that all things were created for our enjoyment. You know, I don't want the walls to fall crash in on me when I say this, but I know there's a book, and I know that it has some sacred stories in there. I just want to say, and I didn't, but had I written that book, way back in one of the very first chapters, the snake would not have been the body of stuff. As soon as you turn the light, it's gone. You're out, I guess it's left the room. Mosquitoes might have hot. You know, I mean, that's all.
Mosquitoes are invisible in the light. I mean, it's You don't see any here, kid.
Just woken up.
Yes.
Aiden and I are both avid readers, and one of the things that we love to do is go to a bookshop in the towns that we're in when we have some time off. And we were in Virginia, and we arrived early, shocking, for a show. So we went to visit the local used bookstore and picked up a copy of Voyage of the Beagle by Charles Darwin. It's his journal of history. Inside the front cover of that book, written in pencil, it said, "Dearest Katie, on her 14th birthday, love Granddaddy Paul." And it was dated July 1961. We thought, what an interesting time for a man who's a grandfather, so he's of a certain era, in 1961. What an interesting thing for him to give his granddaughter such a book about travel and science, when young women were not necessarily pushed into that level, into that area of conversation and reading. So we were kind of thinking about that. And I realized that in a way that parents can't always, grandparents can. They can influence in this nice, gentle way without the burden of responsibility. Katie, raise your sails, set your sights on the western sky. Just beyond the next horizon, chase your dreams and you will find them. Trust the current, trust the wind, trust yourself to find the way. Reach for mountains, reach for still very vibrant and very mentally sharp. I have vivid memories of sitting in my grandfather's little office study, whatever, posting porch, with all of his books, and being just a wee thing, and him reading poetry that was way over my head, but still trusting me with those words. I know that that's not true for all kids. They don't all get to know their grandparents.
Just a wee thing, so.
Just a wee thing, yes. So, we know a young man whose parent has early onset dementia, quite early. And it's interesting to think that he will know a version of his father, but he won't know the version. And I know that's rare for kids, but very common for grandkids. Granddad drove an Oldsmobile, said he liked the way
tonight, briefly, about Louisiana.
Might have been there today, I have no idea.
It might have been today. We're talking about Baton Rouge. So, when I was very, very small, I was living in Berkeley, California with my family. I mean, I was just very incidental, obviously. I was very small. And my father was a teacher. He taught architecture at University of California, Berkeley. And he was raising us 6 kids and making it work, but looking for a better horizon. And so he was looking for another job, and he was offered the position of Dean of the School of Architecture at LSU in Baton Rouge. And so this was a big deal. So he traveled to Baton Rouge to check out the school, and he met with all the other deans and everything looked like it was perfect. It was going to be a great career move, great opportunity, and more money. So he went to talk to the head of the local Catholic diocese, Bishop Tracy, because he wanted us kids to know that he had money to go to private schools, to Catholic schools. And so he talked to the bishop, and the bishop told him they had a very fine education system in the late 1960s. And he asked some more questions, and he found out that the schools at that time were still segregated. So here's this guy who's living in Berkeley, California with his 6 ragamuffins, and he's going to take them to Baton Rouge and send them to school where they're going to be in segregated schools pretty much for their whole school life.
As far as he knew.
And as far as he knew, in 1968, and he turned down the job because of that. He just felt that that wasn't something that would work for the family. And I learned this story from my father on his 70th birthday. First time he told me. And so I'm like, I've heard all these stories. He's making this up. There's no way this happened. So I checked with all my brothers and sisters, and they're all like, you don't know that story. No, it's nonsense. So I talked to my mother, obviously fact-checking, and she said, oh yeah, we did that. That's what we do. That's what a parent would do. So,
And he, for a man who tells stories, he's an Irish guy, I mean, the stories. We asked him, like, why not this one? Like, we've heard all the rest of them 100 times. Why not this one? He goes, well, it's not really a story. It's just something parents do for their kids. Which I'm not sure I believe that. I'm not sure I believe that all parents would do that. So we figured him tell a story.
we should.
So I'll stay behind and just hold your hand. Let my son grow to be a good man. Not suffer for the sins of his father. No, he will rise up, yeah, rise up like the water. Captain says we're doing the best we can. Let the water trickle down between our hands. This mighty river will not be dammed. If we take a stand, we can rise up like the water. Yeah, like the water. What would you like to play next? We have some songs written, but they actually don't mean anything. And even though they mean nothing, right here at the spot it says, Letter Rockets. Light of the moon is slipped away from our hearts. Put all our hopes in the well of a small boat. 5 days and nights we rode in shifts, in unguarded moments when our spirits left. By luck or by providence, we stayed afloat. Just before dawn, the first watch spotted land. Oars in the water, we need every man. My arms were aching, my wrists were so through. Promise of freedom began to go true. By luck or by providence, we've pushed us to stand. As the first rays of sunlight crest the horizon, a crowd began shouting from shore. Turn back, we all cried, we are not safe anymore. Then we called Captain jumped in, he did not hesitate. He's through running and hiding, he'll face whatever awaits. After a moment, my faith beat my doubt, but they're guiding us in, not pushing us out. By luck or by providence, I choose my. I chose not to introduce that because when people hear it unintroduced, they have a lot of interpretations, and I'm always very pleased about that. My interpretation was my mom was an immigrant, and she came to this country by ship, and I found out that the Aiden's parents knew they were immigrants, but I also found out they can go on a ship. And was just sort of thinking about how that experience is. Not her?
Yes.
past, I think it's 3 months, and probably longer, a mass shooting in this country every single day, on average, statistically, a mass shooting every single day, which is astonishing to me. And one of the craziest things is that it's so common that it doesn't even make the news anymore when people die. And there was a time in my life where I held out hope. We laugh at this. I held out hope that our politicians might solve this problem. That's fine. And then I decided that they never will, and it becomes up to us.
So your part is this. If you choose to sing. If you don't think you can sing, I'd really like you to sing. It takes a chorus. So it goes like this. Sing your song of courage. 2 notes, not too tough. Sing your song of justice. Sing your song of hope. Sing your song of peace. It's courage, justice, hope, and peace.
And it doesn't really matter if you get rid of the wrong word. Just sing.
Ready?
Open up your door. Ask someone in. Please a little kindness. Help in their suffering. Give up just a little bit of all that you have won. 'Cause you are louder, louder than a gun.
Here we go.
Sing your song of courage.
Get ready to take a stand.
Sing your song of justice.
Aim to lend a helping hand.
Sing your song of hope.
Light the fire of 1,000 suns.
Sing Christine, this is the. Thank you all for being here, giving up a beautiful Sunday afternoon to spend time with us. We're really happy you did, and we hope that you'll spend some time with us for our reception downstairs after this. Thank you, Dave, for having us. And you all can't see Laura. It's Laura in the back because she's way back behind you, but she's back there getting the job done, sending this out to people. One last song.
One last song.
This also has a part for you, but I think it'll be very obvious and you'll just,
I'm going to take a lesson from. We did a show in England. This is a very, very diversion from what was just about to happen. We did a show in England, and it was a concert with this guy put on, and he introduced us, and and he had a desk bell in front of him on a table, just like a little coffee table, kind of a little side table, with one of those, ding ding, monsieur, one of those bells, tiny thing, and I said, "What's the bell for?" She said, "Money." So I waited, and halfway through the set I said, "So we haven't learned about the bell." He goes, "You will." And then we got to the last song of the set, and I said, "All right, so does everybody know the bell except for us?" And he said, "Well, that last song, where did that come from?"
Do you have a copy of that? Could we get it? Yes, it's on the CD. Ding, ding. He rang the bell. We have a recording of it for sale. Ding. He said, musicians are the worst at promoting themselves.
So anyway, we have, CDs, yada, 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 etc. But the second set, he came out, and this is the funny part. He had one of those little desk bells, but it wasn't little, it was literally this big. Big dome bell, and it clanged like the bell out front. And if you want to learn a little bit about the history of the bell out front, come down to the thing afterwards, I will tell you something that you did.
And my mother never thought
But just want to thank you all for coming, thank them for being with us. When David said these folks were coming, I did a little. Hi, I want to thank you all for coming and thank them for coming. Because my wife told me to come over here so you could actually hear me now. When David said these folks were coming, I had not heard of them, I will be honest. But Google and Spotify are amazing things. And what let me know I was going to love them was they got awards. They've been to the Kerrville, I never can say that right, Folk Festival, where a friend of mine, David Lamont, has been.
We just finished talking last week.
Okay, so I knew when David Lamont, and that was there, that we were going to have a wonderful, wonderful experience. So thank you for being here. I hope you will get to meet them and talk with them. And yes, musicians are terrible. Buy a couple of CDs and then listen to them on Spotify in the car and all those good things. But thank you for giving up your time to be here and being part of community. Community is what this church believes in, and all are welcome, and we appreciate you being here with us. And so head downstairs now and go enjoy some Presbyterian punch and some cookies. And again, have a wonderful time, and you're welcome back anytime. Thank you.